In this video, I'll show you exactly how much money you need to start Amazon KDP in 2023. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I built and sold a 7-figure publishing business, and now I'm building a second KDP account. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who's actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want a completely free training on how I built a 7-figure Amazon KDP business, then the link to the training is in the description below. Alright, so I wanted to make a video on this topic because I get a lot of questions of people asking me how much money do you need to start an Amazon KDP business, and I also see a lot of comments of people saying that I want to start Amazon KDP but I cannot start right now because I don't have the money. So a lot of people are waiting to make more money first before they go and start their Amazon KDP business. But the truth is, it doesn't really matter how much money you have because there's literally a way to start publishing with $0. So let me show you some examples. So if you have absolutely no money, then you can start with one of the free options, which is most likely going to be creating low content books. These books include something like guided journals, log books, and planners. And these books you can easily create on tools like Canva, which is free. Now, this is a great example of a brand publishing exactly these types of low content books. So you can see that they are publishing books on 3,000 unique questions about me, 3,000 would you rather questions about me. So, kind of a word game questions type of book. And then they also have variations of that. So they have 1,000 would you rather, 2,000 would you rather, and also some questions for moms, for grandma, like tell me your life story, grandma. So it's essentially a grandmother's guided journal. They got a guided journal for dads, guided journal for grandpa, right, and nana. So a lot of variations of it, but essentially these are low content books that you can easily make. And in terms of how profitable these books can be, well, I have a tool called KD Spy, and I can pull up their sales rank right here. And you can see that their total monthly revenue, so this is not profit, this is revenue, but they're literally making $238,000 a month in revenue, and that is just from paperback. So there's also a little bit from Kindle, hardcover, audiobook. Not a lot, just a couple $100 more because most of their sales will be from paperback, but $238, I would say that is pretty good. Now, this is their best-selling book in their brand. It is literally at 37 in the entire bookstore. And I have another tool called BookBeam that actually tells me the royalties of these books. So this is actually profit, not revenue, and it is making $1,409 to $3,200 a day. So on average, let's just say it's making $2,000 every single day just from this one book. So if we look inside the content to see how are the pages laid out, it's just simple introduction on how to use these journals. And then we have my details, super simple to make. And then we have a little bit of a time capsule page. And then we can further analyze the other pages by just looking at the reviews. So these are some picture reviews that are posted by the customers. And you can see that it's literally just a question prompt, right? Because it's a guided journal. So they have a thought-provoking question and then some journal line space. We have another thought-provoking question, and then we have some line space to journal in, and then it pretty much just repeats that throughout the book. And then we have an entire page just for notes as well. So these are books that you can make extremely easy on tools like Canva or even BookBolt. All right, let me show you what I mean. So if I go to Canva here, which is a free tool, and I type in journals and search for journal pages, you can see that we have a lot of journal templates that we can use. So obviously I'm not saying to copy paste this because that's definitely against the terms and conditions, but you can start from here. So in terms of customizing, it's a lot easier because most of the work is done for you, right? This looks extremely similar to the kind of style the pages were laid out for the book on Amazon, right? So all we have to do is create this, maybe add some images, change the design a little bit. Also, we have to add our prompts, but in terms of how to get started, Canva is a great place to start as long as you modify the content and make it your own. Obviously, most likely you're not going to be making $2,000 a day, but it's super easy to make. It is free. And even if you make $100 a month or even $10 a month, for doing the work once, and then you consistently make that over time, all you have to do is keep making more of those books and your income will stack up over time. Now, those were for low content books, and now let's say you have a little bit of budget. Let's say you have about $50 to $300 or more budget. If that's the case, you can create something called medium content books. And medium content books typically means you're creating puzzle books, activity books, coloring books, something that has a little more content inside than low content books. So this is a great example of a medium content niche, something like a word search book for adults. We have word search, we have a coloring book for adults, self-love word search for women, happy kitchen mother, large print word search. So a lot of word search, a lot of coloring books, and some activity book like this one, how to draw alphabet animal for kids. But if you check how much it's making, it is making $18,000 a month from just 17 books and very, very few reviews. A lot of these books only have a couple reviews and it is doing really well. This book is their bestseller, and if you check BookBeam, it is making between $61 to $80 a day. So let's just say that it is making $70 on average a day, and that is $2,100 a month in actual royalties that this one book is making. So if you go and look inside here, the interior is actually very simple. It looks like a very standard word search interior. So first it starts off with the rules and how to use this book, right? And then it goes into the word search. Now, this is something you can easily generate with a tool like BookBolt. And then besides the actual puzzle, the only elements is the background, which is something you can get easily on Creative Fabrica or any other stock image sites. And then we have the kind of a self-care, activity, self-care prompt, right? And then we have a quote. So that'll be the only thing that you have to add. Each page is a new puzzle and then a new self-care prompt and a quote, but that's something you can get easily just by searching online or even using ChatGPT. Just rewrite it a little bit to once again make the content your own, but it's super easy to create. So when it comes to creating puzzle books, BookBolt is an excellent option. And you can see that, not only you can create word searches, you can also create, mazes and different kind of puzzle books and activity books. And you do have to pay for this. That's why it's more of a medium budget option, but it is really cost effective. It is only $19.99, so essentially $20 a month. Now, if you don't want to pay for BookBolt or, create these books yourself, then you can always outsource this easily on Fiverr. This is a gig that I like to recommend for these kind of books. You can see that for $35, you can get one cover and one interior for a no content book. So if it's for a activity book or medium content book, you do have to pay a little bit more. But in terms of the cover quality and the interior quality, it is super, super good. I mean, look at these covers, right? And look at these interiors. I mean, you can look at the samples later on, but the review really talks for itself. A lot of customers are loving it. And this is how you can easily create these kind of books. All right, so lastly, if you have a higher budget, let's say you have $600 to $1,000, if not a little more than that, then you can go into what we call high content books. And high content books are the typical nonfiction and fiction books that you see in bookstores. Now, typically high content books make more money than low content or medium content. Obviously, this depends, but most of the time that will be the case. And the reason why is because the barrier of entry is higher. When something is harder to do, a little more expensive to do, then there's a lot less people doing it, and thus you can usually make more money because there's a lot less competition. Another benefit of a high content book is that you can price the book higher because that is what the customers expect. A lot of times you can price the paperback version for $14.95 all the way up to $18 or even $20. With low content or medium content book, often you have to sell your book for $5.99 to less than $10. So what happens is you'll be making less royalties per sale, and it becomes a little more tricky to make that profit. Another benefit of a high content book is that you can typically sell these books in many different formats. If you do low content and medium content, often you can only sell the book in paperback and hardcover version. But with high content books, you can sell it in ebooks, paperback, audiobooks as well, which is super profitable. This is an example of a typical high content book. So this is a high content nonfiction book. And if you look at how much it's making, it is making $62,000 a month in revenue just from 3 books. Essentially, this one book is making most of the money, but even the other one, it is making $1,000 a month in revenue. And even the book that's not doing so well is making $200 a month in revenue. So this book right here is making between $1,500 to $2,500 a day in actual royalties. And that is just from the paperback side. Once again, you can sell it in many different formats, and they're making a lot more from the other formats as well. So if you look inside here, the content is actually very simple because it is just text. Once again, this is just a normal nonfiction or fiction books that are typically just text. And these books are a lot easier to make than you think. 90% of the expense goes into writing the book. So if you are a writer, then this will be a huge advantage for you because you can write the book yourself and save 90% of the production cost. If you're not a writer like me, you can easily hire ghostwriters, other people to write the book for you. And you can use sites like the Urban Writers, which is a ghostwriting company, or you can hire your own ghostwriters on sites like Upwork. So you can get a full-length book like this written for anywhere between $600 to $1,200. Then after that, you just need the book cover, which I recommend paying between $50 to $200. Then besides that, there's not many expenses. You can do the formatting yourself or you can outsource it, but those are super cheap. It's like 20 bucks or a little more per book. The point is this, no matter what your budget is, there's always a way to create a book and publish it. And same as the budget, no matter how much time you have, there's always a way to publish a book as well, because if you have more time, then obviously you can do more of the stuff yourself and save some money. But if you have less time, then you can just pay somebody else to create the book for you, outsourcing most of the steps, so it doesn't really require a ton of time from you. So there is absolutely no excuses as to why you cannot start this today and start making money. Now, Royalty Hero, which is my complete publishing course, does teach you low content, medium content, and high content all in this one program. We actually got a bonus course specifically for low content and medium content within our Royalty Hero ecosystem. And it is the only course that covers, once again, low content, medium content, and high content all in one. So if you want to learn more about Royalty Hero, and if you do want the free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business, then the link to that is in the description. But once again, you don't have to join the course, right? I have a ton of videos that is available for free for you on my YouTube channel. So you can definitely watch those and get started. But either way, the point of this video is that, there's really no excuses. You can just get started today, no matter where you are, no matter how much time or how much money you have. So that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment any questions you have, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.